We talk a lot about how fortunate we are to have 5 of University of Georgia's colleges represented right here on the UGA Griffin campus. And so today, to have the opportunity to talk with one of the programs from one of those colleges, we're super fortunate. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about one of the educational doctorate degrees that's offered here on the Griffin campus, and that's the workforce education degree. So we have some guests. Dr. Schell is one of the adjunct professors for the program. We also have 2 students here that are currently with us. So Dr. Schell, it sounds like workforce ed sounds just like a really important field. I mean, workforce ed. Can you tell us just a little bit about what this degree is all about?
Sure. Yeah, it is important. We are the program that trains and educates vocational and career and technical education teachers for the state of Georgia. And it is probably one of the most important programs that we have, particularly for people who don't do traditional education settings. So we're training teachers that are going to deal with students that may be in vocational courses or in STEM courses. An emphasis in our program has, over the last probably 10 years, has been moving towards science, technology, engineering, and math programs, and those are increasingly becoming foundational to vocational education. I've been with the program since 1990.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of changes
I bet.
in that time. I'm an emeritus from the faculty. We started out as an emerging program back in the 90s, and over the years we've worked it into one of the top programs in the country.
Amazing.
We have been historically rated as the #1 career and technical education program in the country by U.S. News and World Report. Right now we're #2, but we're working on that.
That's not so bad.
But we have kind of 4 objectives that we try that are important to our program. One is to provide education and training for people who are going to become leaders in career and technical education in the field. The other is professional development, and we're very concerned about having opportunities for people to earn a doctorate away from the campus, because it's remote. Georgia is a very big state, and it's very tough to get to our campus, and so that's one of the reasons that we are happily here on the Griffin campus. So. Career and technical education now as society is moving into these more technical areas, and the job requirements are changing. And so this kind of emphasis on science and technology, engineering and math is critically important as we go forward.
And ever changing, no doubt. So
exactly.
Added extra work on your end, I'm sure, to stay on top of all those changes. Yeah.
So. That's a little bit about the history of our program.
Well, amazing. It's fantastic to be able to hear the perspective of some of our faculty who are involved, or one of our faculty who's involved with this particular program, and it certainly has been for some time, and you've seen a lot of changes. But we're also really lucky. We have 2 of our current students in the doctoral program here for the Griffin campus joining us today. We have Celeste Allgood and Shanae Bradley. Now, before we even get into talking with these ladies, we're going to go ahead and we're going to point out that one of them is not wearing UGA colors. Shanae is sporting her work attire, and the really neat thing about the degrees that we offer on this campus is that we do have a lot of individuals that come onto our campus who work at other institutions, and this is one of those degrees for which just sort of the opportunity to talk with other people from other institutions that do jobs similar to you, in addition to the amazing faculty that you have the opportunity to learn from. I can't imagine how beneficial it is to be able to work with your peers alongside each other while you're working towards this doctoral program. So yeah, I'm excited that both of you were able to be here today.
Yes.
So now that I've stolen that thunder, I'm going to still ask you if you could introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourselves, and also tell us why you individually chose to pursue this doctoral program. Celeste?
Sure. So I'm Celeste Allgood. I live in Fort Valley, Georgia. I also work at Fort Valley State University. I've been there for 22 years. And one of the reasons that I decided to enroll in this program is that for my career, I do a lot of research with numbers and data. I also interact and have to work with a lot of adult clients. I also engage in training. And I was looking for something that would help me improve and increase my ability to do rigorous research and to understand how to better do surveys and better do qualitative research, data storage, data security, all of interview skills, all of those types of skills that you learn in a doctorate program that maybe you didn't learn or were not as fully engrossed in for your master's level, and certainly not your undergraduate level.
Wow.
So I'm really looking to improve the skills that I use already in my career.
Super. Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
How far into the program are you, Celeste?
This is our fourth semester.
Fourth semester.
Yes,
Okay,
so-
so moving right along.
Picking them up and knocking them down and moving on. Yes.
Very cool. Now, Shanae, how about you? Tell me a little bit about yourself and why you chose to pursue this degree.
Well, I'm Shanae Bradley, as you mentioned, and I do work at Fort Valley State. I work in extension, so a lot of what we do is we work with adult learners. And one of the things I've been interested in doing is teaching adults. So this is one of the reasons I decided to enroll in this program, because I want to learn the skills necessary to teach adults, and also help people figure out what it is they want to do when they finish college or when they go to the next step. So I aspire to teach one day, and also being extension, I like to do outreach work as well. So even if it's not necessarily in a traditional classroom, even just trainings and those type of things that we end up doing. So that's one of the reasons I decided to pick this program, and it's flexible. It works with my work schedule. Being a full-time employee and wanting to seek a doctorate was something that I had to think of it that way, because I couldn't quit my job. So I wanted something that would work for what works for me in this point in my life. So.
Sure, and you actually just led into the question I was going to ask, and that is talking a little bit about the flexibility of this program, because both of the doctoral programs that we offer on this campus have sort of some unique scheduling, and they have to, because the individuals that are pursuing this particular doctoral degree have full-time careers already. You probably have full-time family responsibilities. You have a full-time life. So you've shared a little bit, Shanae. Celeste, can you tell us a little bit about how the program scheduling works for you?
It works fantastic. It's the best schedule ever, and it was actually one of the biggest selling points for attending this program.
Super.
As Shanae said, I can't quit my job and go to school full time.
Right.
And given that the courses are Friday and Saturday, at least at this point, that's perfect. I can work the whole week, and then Friday comes and it's an hour and 15 minutes away from Fort Valley, so it's not too bad of a drive to get here. And you still even have half a day Saturday when classes are over at noon. I'm back home and I can get back to laundry, grocery shopping,
all the
fun things that I have to do to make life work. Yes, so that was a big sell, and it's a fantastic campus, and everyone here is so accommodating and so willing to help any issue you might have. I couldn't have asked for more.
Well, we're glad to hear that.
Yes.
Now, I know.
Do you mind if I throw in
No,
there?
absolutely.
These guys are in our fourth cohort, and we are now taking applications for the fifth cohort, which will be in the fall of 2020.
Yes.
So we want to encourage people to think about their future and coming with us for that. They will be taking 7 semesters, 14 courses on campus. And then once that work's done, then the real work begins. Because we'll be
The Iditarod starts.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
We'll be working on taking comprehensive exams.
Sure.
And then proposals for dissertation and going through the steps and getting those approved and presenting those, and then actually doing the research, and then writing the dissertation and defending it. So that's all work is done independently of their classwork here, and but that will be done under the supervision of their advisors.
Absolutely.
So-
Now, I know you guys are about to head off to class. Can you
Yes.
tell me what class you're going to, and just tell me a little bit about what the class is?
So we are headed to educational leadership, and so we are learning about the concepts of what it takes to, well, what the different leadership styles are and what it takes to be a leader in education, and where that may go for the future.
Very cool. And Dr. Schell, I think there's a class tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning as well.
Tomorrow morning,
What is that
yes.
class? That's different from the class we're taking today,
Yeah,
correct?
it's a research course. It's
It's a little more
ANOVA.
challenging. ANOVA, statistics ANOVA.
What do you mean it's more challenging?
A little more.
It's
It's numbers.
Yeah, it's crunching numbers.
It's crunching
right?
numbers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, yes.
Well, I know we want to add one more quick thing because you've hit on it just a tiny bit. You know, a lot of people don't realize that there's a University of Georgia campus in Griffin, Georgia. And you got, you know, you guys live a little ways away from here too.
Yes.
So when we're trying to spread the word so that people do know that it's possible to get an education from the University of Georgia without driving to Athens. So that's one of the purposes of these conversations we're having. So can you share, just each of you, from your point of view, what do you like about this campus? What do you enjoy?
Well, for me, it's fairly easy to get to. It's right off the interstate. And like Celeste mentioned, everybody's accommodating when we needed things like simple things like paper to print or access to technology.
Right.
We've always had it. The classrooms are state of the art. I mean, even when some of our cohort members can't be there due to obligations, we can stream in through video. So up to date. We have technology that's very accessible and works for all of our classroom functions. And it's just a nice building, nice facility.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it seems fairly new, and I just enjoy being in this environment. It kind of increases the engagement in the classroom. And
Sure.
the surroundings are comfortable and accommodating. So,
And it's not so shabby on the outside either, is
It's
it?
beautiful.
This is just a
Right.
beautiful campus.
It is.
and then there's a new cafe that I like food. So.
Food is good, yes.
Classes and on the Fridays that we have class, it's open usually if you get here a little early. So if you need a snack to grab
Yeah.
before class,
Right.
you can
Right.
always do that. So great building.
Anything that either of you would like to add about the campus that you like?
I just think, just to echo what she said, the duality of it is really great, that you have this state-of-the-art facility, a rigorous program that you know can take you anywhere in the world, coupled with sort of a low-key, low-impact, not hustle and bustle environment that you might find in Athens,
Right.
quite honestly. So I like, it's kind of like coming, and yes, I'm coming to class, but it's also kind of relaxing in a sense.
Sure.
Nice.
And obviously, from a faculty point of view,
Well, from a faculty point of view, the technology is terrific.
Yes.
And the staff,
Absolutely.
the technology staff is.
they're not so bad, are they?
They're pretty good, I have to
They're
say.
pretty darn
Yes.
good.
You're not saying that because they're in the room right now, right?
No, serious, but serious.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes when you're in a strange campus, sometimes and trying
Yeah.
to get help with a computer turner. Like today, I left my charger for my notebook at home, and these guys come up with a
Taken care
charger.
of, right?
It's
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
We're
I
very
think the other
fortunate.
thing, and I'll kind of speak to this from my own teaching style, I guess I'll call it. I really strive for community among the learners and with myself. And the hospitality that we get here is really helps that
Yes.
along, you know. And it's really nice to drive down from Athens, which takes a couple of hours,
Right.
and to come in to have hot popcorn and snacks and you know the things out
Coffee.
is really nice. But the hospitality is just terrific. In addition to having really first-rate facilities.
Very good. I'm glad to hear all these. And, you know, I want to make sure, Dr. Schell has mentioned it, the cohort for this particular educational doctorate is currently open. Applications are open. The deadline is coming up in March. If you would like more information on that degree or any of the other degrees offered on this campus, I encourage you to reach out to us so that we can assist you. My name is Melissa Gordon. I'm the Assistant Director for Academic Affairs. You can contact us through the website at www.griffin.uga.edu. You can contact us on social media, or you can contact us by phone at 770-412-4400.